Thanks very much.
Yep.
Let's have a few thoughts on the game, please, and then we'll take questions.
Yeah, we were late coming up here because we've got three of our greats here, Jessica Breland and Camille Little and Pringle here now. And gosh, it was just cool to see so many people that have done so much in a Carolina uniform and then also in a pro uniform. You know, two of them are WNBA champions. So anyway, sorry we're late. You know, my guys just keep getting better. It's fun to watch. You know, I thought defensively we were strong on our own. We were best when we were together. There was really no 1v1 play. We handled their pressure really well by being aggressive and trusting one another. So the guys really stuck to the scout, and it was they were fatigued a little bit this week, so we had to adjust accordingly. But I thought they were great on game day. It was fun for them and for me.
Jordan,
congratulations on the win. Obviously, Miami, they beat Georgia Tech. They gave Louisville a 3-point game on Tuesday, and yeah, you beat them by 47. Could you have expected this coming in?
You know, every game is such a unique game in this league. Everyone's kind of matches up differently and all that. I was a little bit concerned about their fatigue. You know, they have been a little bit tired this week body wise. We've done a little bit extra recovery and things in the weight room and in the training space. But there's just an interconnectedness to this group that they've just shown to be really consistent competitors. So, you know, I don't know if I would have expected a 47-point win, but I also didn't look that far ahead. It was just kind of one quarter at a time. And, you know, my guys are getting better.
And nice to see the shots start to fall for Deja.
Yeah, I don't worry about Deja's ability to make shots. You know, I think that it was great that so many people were able to have her back when she didn't shoot well, and she'll have their back when in other moments. So you know, she's got that pure stroke that it doesn't deviate much from the rim. It usually goes right through that net. It's fun to watch.
Jordan, go ahead.
Hey, Courtney. I mean, holding Miami to 2 points in that first quarter, was there something this week that just made you feel like, you know, your team was going to come out and really hone in defensively and be aggressive on that side of the ball today?
You know, scout wise, we talked about certain coverages, how we wanted to handle it. And our guys were just really in tune to that. You know, when you stay locked into how we want you to play and how they stay together, we've got really good individual two-way players. And then when they play really solid connected defense, we're tough to score on. That's been remarkably consistent all year long. So, you know, we take pride in stopping people, and we did that really well in that first quarter, didn't we?
Absolutely. And quick question. I mean, do you feel like this is the most complete kind of team game that you all have played since the ACC slate?
You know, I thought we played really well at home against Virginia Tech. I thought that was a really good one. I thought we did a lot of really good things when we played, most recently. I mean, obviously this one, there was other one that recently that I thought, yeah, Duke on the road, I thought was really good. I mean, this is a good basketball team. I think it's, I don't know if it's because we're so used to in a COVID year, the same names over and over and over again. But this is my team, and we've been pretty consistent all year at doing what we do.
Mitchell, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, how's it going? I wanted to ask you about Kennedy Todd-Williams. She's kind of on a tear right now. You know, today was, I think, her 6th or 7th in a row with double-digit points. She had no turnovers today. Is she kind of playing at, you know, her peak right now, I guess?
The best thing about Kennedy Todd-Williams is there literally is no peak. I told her that. I think she thinks I'm crazy, but the kid just keeps getting better and better, and she puts the work in. You know, she scrimmages, she plays one-on-one with our practice guys every day after practice. And I have to kind of limit the time that she does that, because she would literally do it all day to continue to add to her box. You know, I think she's playing with more confidence. I think because she's better. I mean, that's the thing, is that, you know, she was a freshman last year, kind of learning the pace, and her handle's gotten better. She's a better shooter now. Her teammates, they're very comfortable with one another. But I think Kennedy is a really gifted basketball player. I think she's a coach's dream, because she's so good right now. And all I can see when I see her is I smile, but I really also see, like, come on, let's go get to work, because I just think she can continue to get better.
Yeah, for sure. And I wanted to ask you, you know, notice in the box score, you guys had 19 more rebounds than Miami. You know, you weren't the biggest team, of course, in the ACC, but you guys do have a lot of talented athletes. Has that been an emphasis, the rebounds?
Yeah, 50 rebounds is a really high target, and that's what we want. We want to just out-rebound every single person on our schedule. And 50 rebounds is kind of a target number, which means you have to be really solid defensively, and you have to be in good position, and then you have to pursue. We know we're undersized, and as I tell my guys, that story's been told. So we work through it. You can't be slow and fast. You can't be small and slow. So we're going to choose to be fast because we're small and feisty and pursue. And but I never would have. It was a main key of the game, and I'm not sure I would have imagined the rebounding landslide that it was.
Any other questions for Coach Banghart? All right, Michael, go ahead. Sorry. One from Michael, and then we'll get players.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win. How much do you think that being a part of a conference that's so loaded like the ACC has helped you guys this season, just with getting to see teams that are going to be in the NCAA tournament?
Very much. I mean, you look at our last 8 games. I mean, there's just no bad teams. It's just like I feel like I keep looking at them, and with good teams, you have to kind of inspire them. With great teams, they're kind of inner driven, right? And this group is inner driven. I don't do a lot of rah-rah and trying to inspire them. I can just coach them and show them where the weaknesses of the other team are and where our strengths are. And they have this inner competitiveness that allows us on game day to take what we think we need to do and to do it. We know our margin of error is small in this league. There's too many good teams. And so you don't get to beat one team and then lose another one, or play well against one team and then drop one. Like, every single game matters. And that was number 8. And we're going to go for number 9 on Thursday. And we just got to stack as many of them as we can.
Thank you.
Nia, you got one more?
Naya, you got a question? Then we'll go to players.
Yeah, thank you so much. Obviously, they just had the kind of a slump the past couple of games. So how do you feel about how she played today?
Yeah, I think she's available to the media and she'll address that. But I think for me, I don't. Deja is such a baller. You just don't worry about her, right? Especially when it comes to her ability to put the ball in the basket. I have to admit, when she misses one shot, I'm sort of like, what? So yeah, I don't track them. So when it was 0 for 11 at NC State, there's nothing to redo there. You're just sort of like, all right, Steph Curry went on a slump too, right? So I think it's just the kid has been remarkably consistent at being able to put the ball in the basket. And tonight we needed it behind the arc. That was what they were giving us. And so shot ready, load, and elevate. And she did that. So who knows what Pitt's going to require her to do? But her expectation is that she finds a way to put the ball in the basket and to make her teammates better.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Here they are. Oh.
Hi, Deja.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. How about a few quick thoughts on the game, and then we'll take questions.
Yeah. You have to excuse my voice. I thought the game, I thought we played really well together. I think that was one of our best games that we played. Really good team basketball, offensively, defensively. We played really good on the defensive end, and that led to a lot of good offense for us, a lot of good runouts. We hit some shots on the outside, which opened up the floor for us to attack, for our posts to get layups. So yeah, I thought it was overall a really good game.
RL, do you have a question for Deja?
Hey, Deja, congratulations.
Thank
Tell me
you.
about the feeling when you made those 4 3-pointers within a stretch of a minute and a half, after obviously the shooting has been going tough for you recently. How much of a relief was that when you hit those 4 like that?
It felt really good to see the ball finally go in the basket. I wasn't too worried. I just stayed in the gym. I knew that my shot would fall eventually. So today it did, and it felt pretty good.
What about the process? I noticed after the state game, you were out there shooting baskets. What did you do between games to try to shake yourself out of this?
Just go back to the fundamentals. It was all about detail for me. So just really focusing on the details of my shot, my mid-range, my 3, and just tightening that up because I knew that it was very small fixes that had to be made for me to put the ball in the basket. And just a mental thing as well, not letting, me having a bad shooting night get to me, because I knew that, I've been pretty consistent all season. And I knew the ball was going to go in eventually. And it paid off today.
Nia, do you have a question?
No, she pretty much summed it up. So I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Anything else for Deja?
Well, Deja, this team that you just beat played Louisville a 3-point game, and they beat Georgia Tech, which you know how good they are.
Yep.
Did you expect to beat this team by 47? I mean, how did you do that?
I think we just had a really good mentality going into this game. You know, they beat us twice last year, which we weren't okay with. And just knowing that they were going to be a physical, aggressive team, we were ready to throw the first punch. And we did that. You know, we held them to 2 points in the first quarter. So I think y'all saw, I think we showed what we were thinking, which is that we wanted to beat this team really bad.
And this is yet another opponent that you held them to fewer field goals than they had turnovers. Your defense has just been elite lately. Can you talk about how you're doing that?
Yeah, you know, just us really staying connected on the defensive end. We take pride in our defense. Every game, you know, that's what gets us going. That's what gets us transition looks. That's what gets us open threes. And that, you know, we just us getting stops in a row, you know, that messes with our opponent and they end up shooting bad, and that, you know, that it just stacks and it stacks up. So yeah, like I said, we really take pride in our defense. I think we've been really consistent on that end, and we plan on continuing to do so.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deja. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ooh. We have Kennedy, Todd-Williams, who had a career high 16. Kennedy, how about if you give us a few thoughts on the game, and then Mitchell, we'll have you go first.
I would say that we came out punching from the beginning. I thought we played with a lot of good energy. Obviously, I thought Anya did a really, really good job, and I'm very proud of her starting us off like that, her and Alyssa. And just like, I think we're all connected. It was a fun game to play, and we just keep going from here.
Yeah, Kennedy, I'm looking at your, obviously you had a career high today, and I'm looking at your stats over your last 7 games, and you've shot over 50% in each of those games. You scored in double-digit points in each of those games. Do you feel like you've kind of figured something out or taken the next step in your offensive game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I knew I had, this package or whatever. But it's just like just having fun out there, not worrying about the little things, and it's coming to me. And I'm able to find my ways to, contribute to this for this team. So, and they trusted me. I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, like, they're not hesitant with, passing me the ball or anything. Like, they're just very comfortable, and, feeling that as a player is, a lot, and it feels very good.
Yeah. The other thing you're doing is, you're picking up a lot of rebounds, and you guys as a team, you're not very big, but today you had over 50 rebounds. You had, in the rebounding margin, 19 more than Miami. How are you guys rebounding so well?
I would say obviously coach tells us we have to out rebound our opponents. It's not, sometimes it doesn't go as well whenever we don't, rebound, but she just really enforces rebounding. And she tells us having three to the glass, 2 bags. So just really just hounding in, because when we get second chance opportunities, it goes well for us. And on the defensive end, we'll get transition looks.
All right, I'll go ahead.
You talked about Anya's little run there in the first quarter, but she was giving up height to the Miami center, and it looked like there was a lot of really good interior passing early to give her those opportunities, and then she converted. And that seemed to give you guys a spark. Can you talk about that passing inside?
Yeah, obviously, it's big whenever you have a post presence down there. So, and when she was getting hot, we was we just gonna keep feeding her. And that's the same. That goes to show you how our team is so connected. When our players are hot, we look for them. And I thought Anya did a really good job. Crashing, getting her own rebounds, and just putting it back up. So it helped us a lot get that spark. And I don't think Miami was ready for that. So.
If you looked at their scores where they beat Georgia Tech and they only lost to Louisville by 3, what did you guys think you'd be able to do against them? I don't think you thought you'd beat them by 43.
Right. I mean, it's a mentality thing. We came out here, we came out ready to roll, and just punch first. I mean, obviously it's cool looking at other scores, but we're focused on our game, and what we needed to do. So we just came out punching from the beginning.
Thank you.
Any other
It
questions,
just-
Kennedy?
Can I go? Okay.
Maya,
Yeah,
go ahead.
just to reiterate, you've had such a great, consistent game, gotten better over the past couple of games. And all I have to ask is just like, how do you feel in this moment, and like, how do you feel like going forward for the remainder of the season?
I feel really good. I mean, obviously, like, it goes to show you how much like the work, behind closed doors and everything is paying off. I know, like, I know who I am. I know, what I bring to this team. And it just feels good knowing that, my coaches and the players, have trust in me. So it feels really good, and I'm, very confident.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.